Hey girls, just a slight heads up. Make sure you're about like a fist length away from the mic, otherwise the audio sounds like crap. Awesome, thank you. 30 seconds.
There's all these monkey people going somewhere.
This is Denise Snowstrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned about leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate the bull market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Snowstrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you.
Good afternoon and welcome to the show, the Financial Chick Show on this beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in and spending some time with me today. I'm glad you're here. You are listening to the Financial Chick Show and I am the Financial Chick. My name is Denise Snowstrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know about me or my firm, you can check out my website at financialchickshow.com. We are also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages and get updates and see what is happening. So today is a special day for those that are participating in Good Friday to prepare for Easter and the start of Passover. I decided to do something a little bit different today. I'm happy to have some guests with me on the show. I want to welcome to the show today my daughter Megan.
Hello.
Hi, Megan. And her friends Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
And finally, Maddy.
Hi.
Hey, Maddy. So I'm glad you guys are here. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited to for the rest of the day activities, getting our nails done, maybe the sunset, whatever.
Okay.
So it's been a pretty good day. How are you doing, Emily?
Yeah, break's coming up. I'm so excited for that.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. The weather's getting nice and we don't have school. I'm just going to hang out with my friends all week. It's going to be great.
You took the words right out of your mouth. So like you started spring break today, right? So you have off today and then all next week. So that's kind of a nice break. And then it's home stretch after that, right? School pretty much.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's just we come back and it's just Regents. That's it.
Yeah. So you got May and June, and a little bit of June, and that's it. So this year was pretty crazy. Well, actually, this is a little bit different here. So we'll start there. I was going to talk about some other stuff, but let's jump right in there. So, how was the school year? I guess compared to all the the other years with regard to with COVID and stuff like that. So you're all in 10th grade, right? So how was it this year? What's the vibe?
I mean, it was different than last year because we were actually in school this year, but it was still really crazy and hectic and a lot different than what we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it just went like so fast.
Yeah.
The 10th grade has been very, very fast, and like especially it is better now with the whole COVID situation. You don't have to wear a mask, and like most of the distancing is like better. We don't really have as many restrictions as we used to, so
Right.
it is getting better. It's just still not the same as it used to be.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty crazy to think about. This is like kind of our first real year in high school with it being somewhat normal.
Yeah.
Because 9th grade we were barely in school, and now this year we've been in school since day one, so.
I know, it's so sad, like you guys too, in 8th grade, you lost a lot of stuff because that's when it first started. And then I remember Megan saying in 9th grade, you guys get to the high school and like you had no orientation, so it was
Yeah.
like, here, go to school,
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
classes, good luck.
I will never forget walking in on my first day of high school, and I was like, I just don't even know where I'm going right now.
Yeah.
Like, where do I even go?
No idea.
I had no idea what
Yeah.
I was doing. It was like going, literally exactly what it is, going somewhere that you have no idea where you're going.
Yeah, it was
Right.
terrible, I remember.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, but with high school, when you say different, like different how, like just in terms of like learning, or just like how, what's different that you're seeing? People, the way people are, maybe?
Definitely the way people are. I mean, now that we're in high school, we grew up with the same kids since we were little, so everybody starts really changing, and
Yeah, you get to know
you
like,
get
who
to
your real friends are.
Yeah, definitely. You get to see the different kind of people because everybody's really figuring themselves out and
Mhm.
becoming who they are. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with that.
So have you felt this has like been a challenging year, one of the more challenging years for
Oh,
you guys?
100%.
10th grade has been probably the absolute worst year I've had. Maybe it's just me, but it's just been, there's just constantly challenges that I have to overcome. But not to sound like anything like that, but like, I mean, I am really learning a lot this year.
Yeah.
A lot of experiences
Yeah,
and stuff
that is
to.
true.
I'm
overcome.
happy with the year, but at the same time, it's been one of the hardest and most crazy and just.
Yeah.
But I've been learning a lot, so I feel like I like it at the same time because I have more knowledge now to deal with everything.
Well, that's good. That's super positive. I love that. But, you know, as far as, I don't know, like, I guess, how are people in terms of where they are? You know, like, you're finally getting back to school and you're kind of trying to deal with things. You went through like a year and a half of not really having to do papers per se or do tests. How are you guys, you know, dealing with that type of thing?
Oh, it's definitely hard to find the motivation to get up and do things. Like, it takes me a lot to be like, all right, I have to do this right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all of us can agree with that.
Yeah, like I find the work so much harder than I used to, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, me and Megan have global history together, and our teacher has been talking about the region so much, and I just look at Megan and I'm like, are you ready for this?
Yeah, like,
I don't know if I
no
am.
way.
Like,
There's no way.
like, it's our first real testing year because 8th grade we
Yeah.
didn't have finals last year, we didn't have regents in 9th grade, and this is our first year, so
Yeah, we've never had a big test like this, so it's just like being thrown at us all of a sudden.
yeah.
No, it's true. So you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. We're doing something a little bit different today. We are talking to some young adults that are from 10th grade from Patrick Medford. I'll say Patrick Medford High School. My daughter and her friends, and just kind of engaging in to see how the kids are. You know, not that you're kids, but young adults are. Young adults are, and to see what's going on and how COVID has really affected and. You know, how you're challenged with the various things. But that is hard, you know, going back to the testing. You know, you're not used to really doing a test. Like I'm sure a lot of the people that are maybe driving home from work or whatever, and they've been out of school for a long time, and then maybe they go back to college and they're like, oh my God, I got to take tests, I got to write papers. So you guys are kind of in that place right now. And that is tough. That is tough.
Yeah, it
But-
really is. Like, I feel like high school is going so fast, and like we only have 2 years left, and we're gonna be off to college, and I feel like I'm nowhere near that point of my
Exactly.
life.
I feel like I'm nowhere near where I need to be. And
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm missing something, and that's what we missed a lot because of COVID. It's really affecting me now
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like there's so much that I'm missing.
I feel like COVID didn't really affect me when it was going on, but
Yeah.
now it is. Like,
Uh-huh. But do you feel like a lot of, like, well, you guys obviously are close friends, but people, other friends and stuff like that, is everybody kind of feeling that same way?
definitely, I feel like
Yeah.
everybody's freaking about like the Regents test, and everybody just wants to get out of school, and I feel like even everybody's grades this year
Have been
haven't.
so bad.
Yeah, because
Like I'll be like, oh my God, my grades are so bad, and I'm like, no way, me too.
like
we
our whole class can agree on that.
Yeah, it's borderline passing. And like even in our math class, we just had a group test because my teacher was like, I can't. Like the grades they were just so bad. So we did a whole group test, and it was better. I feel like teachers are not.
That's
they're-
my next question. So
Yeah.
how the teachers are in terms of this, knowing that where you guys are from a standpoint of,
I mean, depends who it is, but most of them are understanding and get like, all right, like you guys don't have the base knowledge that you need for this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They know that we don't, but at the same time, they're kind of just like, you need to do this.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like, yeah, they can't be lenient because it's not their choice if we take these tests or not, but it's definitely like they have been putting pressure because they know we need to know all these things for these
Yeah,
tests,
and I
and none
know-
of us do.
Yeah, and I know most of our teachers are doing the most they can to prepare us for the regions.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's good. It is tough because, you know, what's going to happen is, you guys, we were talking about this before, right? That, you know, you're going to be finishing up high school, and then you're going to be going to college. And, you know, high school's, you know, maybe a little bit lenient in certain things, especially when you get to senior year. But then you get to college, and it's like, everything blows up because now it's the real deal. And then there's a lot of papers, and there's a lot of tests and stuff like that. You know, a little bit different because it's maybe more geared to things that you want to do versus high school. But the beauty of high school is like you're getting to know all of these different things. You kind of, you say like trigonometry. Am I going to ever use that again? Well, you know, you may not, but you know what? Like, it's important to know all of these things because you don't know. You may become an architect, and that might be something that you need to use. I don't even know if architects use trigonometry, but I just threw it out there just for example. But you know, so this is the types of things that you kind of want to make sure, you know. So we're closing in on the break, the first commercial break. Well, actually, it's the only commercial break. It's only a half-hour show, but so we're getting into the commercial break. So to tell everybody, you are listening to the Financial Chick Show. The company's Diversified Financial Solutions. I help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. You can feel free to contact me at 631-758-8691. We're doing something a little bit different today here on Good Friday. I have my daughter in along with her two friends, Emily and Maddy, and we are just kind of talking about stuff and just things that you may all relate to out there, whether you have young adults in your own household or just yourself, you know, how COVID has really kind of changed things and where we are in our state of mind. So stay tuned after the break. We'll be back.
Yeah. How'd you get that on time?
That was like
I'm just a freaking pro. I'll tell you. I don't even know that. Sometimes I don't. I usually at the end. It was
Right.
like, the clock.
She finished.
I know that was like amazing. I usually don't do that. Usually at the end of the show, I'm usually like rushing really fast because the clock's going down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 20, guys.
Okay, thank you.
What happened?
What's that?
He said 20
Minutes? 20 minutes?
No.
20
It's
seconds.
like 2 minutes, like 2 minutes. He'll pop in again. Yeah, so then we got
Somebody
another.
took a picture. Did anybody realize
Did
that?
you see that? The guy
Yes,
and
they
I was
were like this.
I know, and he
and
took a picture of all of us, and I'm like, okay.
You did?
Yeah,
I was
he
trying to
stood
find
right
you.
behind Emily, literally right there.
Wait, I literally didn't see.
I was looking.
And I was
at
gonna
him.
say something, but I wanted us all to like look at it.
Yeah. And I was like, nobody was looking, and I was like, am I the only one that just saw that?
So weird, right?
We're like famous people.
See, you're famous day one. It's like amazing. Did you see the guy that took a picture of us? He did like a selfie.
One more time, Denise. Sorry.
There was a guy that took a selfie of us. So they're famous day one. And well, I was like, it was so weird. I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah, you can't stop that, unfortunately. Unless I go outside and beat the living.
No, you don't have to beat anybody up today. Not today. Maybe next week.
I'm about to go back, guys.
Okay. I'm just going to go into something else about last week, and then we'll go back into stuff.
That's fine.
I'm just got to shout out today. Okay, we are back. This is Denise Snowstrom, the Financial Chick. My company is in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all of those changes. So we are here, I'm here with some guests in the studio today, my daughter and her friend Emily and Maddy. But I'm just going to kind of ratchet back because I wasn't live last week, and I just wanted to kind of go over some things that I was doing last week. So my husband and I, we went away actually to celebrate our anniversary and birthday that was a couple of weeks ago. So we usually go out east to like a bed and breakfast, but we stayed at this place called the 1708 House, which is a bed and breakfast. And the place is in Southampton. On Main Street, and it was really like a wonderful place. The breakfast was amazing, the room was beautiful, the service was top notch. Not one detail was missed. I mean, when you went there, they even had like a toothbrush and they had toothpaste. I mean, like everything was there. The rooms were so nice. So I want to give a big shout out to the innkeeper, John. He said he was going to be listening this week. So if you're out there, John, hi. And thank you so much for making our stay absolutely amazing. and we will definitely be back. And then last night, just in other news, my nonprofit women's organization, Power of Women Exchanging Resources, had an event last night at the Cheese Patch down in Patchogue. The owner, Paige Pfeiffer, and we had the woman that owns Down the Rabbit Hole in Sayville, a wine store, and that's Jessica Green. And we had a great wine and cheese pairing, and incidentally, what's very interesting, both of these women, Jessica and Paige, have been on the station. They've been on the radio, not my radio show, but with the executive producer, David Levenstein. So it was really neat. So we had actually almost like a LA News Radio reunion last night. But it was really a lot of fun, and we were just there to kind of empower women and really promote our women business owners. So that was a lot of fun. So back to my girls. So today we're off, right? You guys are off because you're starting spring break, and I was off because the stock market's closed on this Friday, on Good Friday. That's one of the few holidays that I get, but the banks are open and the post office is open and everything like that. So it's really kind of one of my favorite days of the year. I love it because it's Good Friday and leading into Easter, but it's kind of a nice segue. So today we decided to kind of go together. We tried to get our nails done, right?
Yeah, we did try, but
so everybody else was trying to do it too, and we couldn't be late to the show because of course we are live, right?
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about school. I guess one of the interesting things that is going to be happening to you guys is all turning 16, right, this year?
Yeah.
And what happens when we're 16?
the permits coming in.
Yeah.
The permits are coming, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. So you're giving all your parents heart attacks because this is going to be coming down the pike. But so what are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
Oh, I'm just so fully excited. I cannot wait to the day where I am able to just drive myself to work and not have to wait for a ride and figure rides out. It's just so stressful and so out of pocket. And then even, not for you, but like sometimes when you gotta order Uber, it's just terrible. Everything, it's gonna really be so
whatever.
convenient.
Okay.
So convenient.
I'm so excited, but I have to wait longer than my friends do, so they'll be driving me around before I can drive.
That's not a bad way.
I know, but I'm really excited for that day that I could just drive by myself and not need anybody to pick me up. I could just get myself to point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's such a hassle. You need like one little thing for school, and then you have to like go downstairs, ask, the keys.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole process. Put the dogs away.
Oh,
Just
really?
to get like that one soap or something.
Yeah, like I just need a binder, and now we have to wake up the baby from a nap and pack up the car and go.
Yes, it's a lot, but it comes with responsibility too, girls, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things, because it is a financial show, right? So we were talking, what's one of the biggest expenses that we have when we start driving?
Yes.
And where's gas right now?
Very high
Yeah.
prices.
But Megan, you were saying before that it came down a little
Yes,
bit.
I did
Well,
notice
It's
that
been all over the
it went
place.
over.
It's been all over the place, up and down. But yeah,
You gotta go to the right places. They'll hook you up.
Yeah.
that's right.
Because
That's right.
$4
So
is a little bit ridiculous.
unfortunately, I have no choice right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's the going rate. So, but that's one of the things we want to be fiscally conservative, right? We work hard. So I know we were talking a little bit about jobs too. So I know that Megan, you work, and
Yes.
of course it's tax time. As everybody's, I know that was something I was scrambling today. Usually we owe money, so we usually wait till the last minute, and she don't want to pay it too early, just as you guys shouldn't out there. So tax time, the taxes are due on Monday, which is April 18th. And so today we were going over my daughter's tax return, and what did you find interesting? What was interesting to you when we went over?
There's a lot of state taxes. Just everything I was getting robbed of a lot of money for other things that just had nothing to do with me. Like, why am I paying for the roads? I know it's something I have to do, but in my head I'm just like, why? I just had so much money taken from me. I didn't even get half of the money that I was owed, that I worked for. It just seems crazy in my head, but I guess that's the way things are.
It is. Some of the taxes are things that we have to do because obviously it keeps our country running and it keeps our state running, and then there's Social Security and Medicare for when we're older. Blah blah blah. But yes, but it's interesting because a lot of people don't realize that's something that you get paid what, 14, 15, 16, whatever it is you get paid per hour, but when you take that home, it's not that amazing.
Yeah, even in my regular paycheck, there's still taxes getting taken out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I actually had no idea about that until I started working. I realized when you told me, and that was it, and I had no idea it even existed.
Right. So we're teaching the young kids now. One thing I think is great that your school does have finance classes that you're able to take and have that opportunity. So are any of you taking any of those classes, or have anything that you've learned that would be real life experience that you could share?
Well, I am in career financial management, and I just love that. I love that class because it really teaches me things that I'm wondering about that you don't get in a regular class, like job applications, resumes. We're doing stocks and like budgeting. All that stuff is really helpful for real life, and we don't get that in any other course.
Which is so exciting, and for people that are listening, isn't that amazing that that your classes, that the schools are doing this? We keep hearing it on the news, and we read about it that they're teaching kids not the life lessons that we need to know about, but the schools are slowly starting to do that, and this is stuff that you're gonna use all through your life. You're gonna change jobs, you're gonna need to update resumes, you're gonna invest and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Actually,
Sorry. Go ahead, no, Patty.
I do think it's really cool because that is kind of a new thing. Like, I feel like when we were in middle school, they weren't offering that at the high school or anything.
Yeah.
And I've even heard now, like in middle school, they do have a financial class of like really basic things, which is really cool because you really have no idea about anything until you get to high school, and then you're like, oh wait, I should get a job, but I don't even know how to get a job. I don't know how to write a resume. I don't know. I don't know what I should be looking for in a job and what I shouldn't be. So it's kind of cool that you get to learn that.
Yeah, like it's such a necessary thing to know to do anything. And I feel like it should be like a mandatory class almost, or just like the basics at least.
Absolutely. So it's very exciting that they're doing that, and you're right. It is actually one of a former employee who actually still comes around. Greg is one of the teachers in the middle school.
We're trying to get up to the high school. My teacher, Mr. Smiloff, big shout out to him. He's one of my favorites. We're trying to get him up to the high school to do business math right now, because I would love to take that course. We're not going to take it unless Greg does it.
Oh, boy, so no pressure now that that's out there, right? You sure Greg knows about that and he wants to do that?
Oh, yeah, of course he does.
Or is it a surprise?
No.
So what other things? So we're kind of running to the end, but anything else that you guys want to share or discuss?
I mean, not
I know
really.
you want to get your nails done, and this week, enjoy this week. Everybody doing anything exciting this week?
I'll probably be with these two,
Yeah,
the two
probably.
people I'm sitting across from.
Yeah, definitely just with my two friends.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's all good. Well, relax and do what you need to do, but then you're gonna kill it, right? When you get back to school and really get those grades up. I know it's been a tough year, but you know what? I mean, everything matters. I think I tell this to Megan all the time. Everything matters. Learn as much as you can. You're never gonna regret it, because it's always something that you can use. And just try to be the best you can be, which is how I always end my show. Remember to try to do better and be better. We always can improve anything that we do. So I want to thank you guys for coming today. You girls were awesome, and
Thank you for having me.
you're very welcome. Very
Thank you.
welcome. So I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Hope you could get into the brains of these young adults, and it's kind of neat to hear that. And wishing everyone a blessed Easter and Passover. And we will see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. And that is what they call it.
Piercings are thriving right now.
All right. So thank you, girls.
That's actually pretty
It was
fun.
good. So did you have fun?
I did.
Good. You were natural.
I always ask Megan, I'm like, what do you guys even talk about? And she's like, I have to go to my mom's radio show. I'm like, what do you guys even talk about? She's like, everything, really.
Yeah, just talk about shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's all.
financial shit.
That's literally what she said. She's like, we just shit talk.
It's bullshit. Like 30 minutes.
That's
And this is kind of cool, like something that not everybody gets to experience.
Oh, literally.
Like,
No way.
my dad and my parents are talking about a radio show. Like,
Well, that's what I say, and this is something, and you can even this is something you put on your resume. You could say
wow.
that I was on
Experience.
with
Yeah.
the LA News Radio, the financial chick or whatever but that you've
I'll
done
make
the
the
radio.
financial chick to set me up.
But you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a cool thing. We should see if they could take a picture.
No way
It's
right
good
now.
to
So we can look back in 20 years and be like,
Yeah,
remember in high
like,
school
oh,
when we
remember
did
that
that?
Anyone else has piercing? Well, no one has
My
piercing.
my third one was, and
This
that's
one hurts so bad.
Oh, we have to stop.
Oh,
We're still chit-chatting. Well, thank you for tuning in, and hope we didn't say anything bad. All right. Have a good weekend.